That's what I'm talking about with that swing bite. Look at that. That jig is gone, you guys. Hey everyone, hope everyone's having a great day today. Wanted to do a little video on a technique that really triggers these fish to bite. It's a little tricky, especially if this brush is if brush or whatever you're fishing is real hangy. You might not want to do this, but if you can get away with it, this right here will get you some of the hardest hits you've ever had. And so let's get over here. I got some fish found on the bottom, I think, right here. We're gonna try and do this and see if they'll bite for us. All right, y'all, and for this technique, I like a shorter rod. I like a 7-foot Sam Super Sensitive by B&M. This is a Camo Joe custom hand tie crappie jig. I will link him down below. I believe he's busy at the moment, but he will be back up and running soon, I'm sure. And I've kind of drifted in on this. Let me back up just a little bit. You want this off of the boat just a little bit doing this technique. So let's see. You don't want to be right up on it, because then it's going to not be quite as effective. All right, and so we're going to pitch on these guys. This boat, once this boat gets kind of settled in, I'm going to pitch on them. There was a couple groups of fish, it looked like I saw, just kind of hugging the bottom, and I'm not real sure what they're on. So there's a group behind me, and there's a group kind of in front of me over here. All right, and so what we're gonna do, let's see, okay, so it's kind of like, we're gonna pitch out there, cast out there like that. Let this go to the bottom. This is a 16th ounce jig. I'm actually kind of on top of them again, which I really don't want to be. And for this, I really like a light jig head for this. The lighter you can use, the better, because you want that pendulum to kind of, you know, be as long as possible. You don't want that jig just to sink right to the bottom. Oop, got bit already. Let's see, okay, they're right underneath this. It's not gonna work quite as good, but yeah, so you want that jig to kind of pendulum back as long as possible. This glare is just horrible. I'm trying to find an angle where y'all can see what I'm doing. And you just kind of just let it fall. Pick it up off the bottom. Almost like shooting docks, really, if you've ever shot docks before. Okay. So I'm gonna pitch out again. These fish are out probably 10, 12 foot is what it's showing, so this boat's just really all over the place. And I'm not real sure what this is, if this is brush or what necessarily, but that one got it. That one liked the pitch, and this feels like a good fish too. Oh, it is too. Look at that one. Ooh, yeah. Come on up in here, baby. Yes. Camo Joe. That pitching, you guys, I mean, that fish could not resist it. What happens on that is, so crappie, they're predators. Not, you know, so much as a bass, but they are predatorial fish. And so what happens, especially if they're kind of finicky, what happens is pitching that jig by them fish, it makes them they have to make a split-second decision. You know, are they gonna bite it? Are they gonna let it go? And 9 times out of 10, just out of instinct, they're gonna bite it, because they're opportunistic. They don't want to let that potential meal get away. Another one. Small guy, but crappie. Black crappie too. And so, and you can do this too with with the curly tail jig. I really like curly tail jigs for this too. See him later, but just kind of depends. I don't have any rigged up right now, and this hand tie with Camo Joe worked just fine. Again, just pitching it out there, just letting it go to the bottom. When that line goes slack, see right there, I'm on the bottom. Just pick it up and just let it fall. I really don't like using buoys, but I'm just having such a hard time staying on this. I'm gonna have no choice. Okay, so right here is where it's at. It's kind of in between us now. See now, so I have that, now I have that buoy out there. I can use that as a reference. I know even with the boat jogging, it's gonna be right over here. I can use that as a reference point. Got that one. That one kind of followed it in a little bit. I was watching that one. That one kind of followed me from that pitch. Not a bad fish. Let's see if we can get another one to bite real quick. They're not super far out, and so that one followed it on that pitch. There's another one. That one hit it good. Little guy, but he hit it good, let me tell you. That's what I'm saying. When you pitch it, these fish hit it. You know, it's an aggressive, like, instinctual bite. Instinctive bite. So they don't mess around with it, and I love that kind of bite. I think there's a lot of little black crappie on this. That's what I'm thinking. What that noise was. That one got it. Not a bad fish. Not a keeper, but not too small either. Healthy guy. All right, so I got repositioned on this other piece right here. It's just such a precise deal. Let's see. Oh, there's one, hit it on the drop. There we go. Little guy though. There's black crappie. That's what I was thinking they were over there too. You can just tell how they're nipping at it. You're like nipping the tail or something. Those black crappie, their mouths aren't quite as big. Got that one finally. Ooh, that's a nice one too. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a good pitching fish. And a lot of times too, what'll happen on that also, what's kind of happened on the last couple fish, is they'll kind of follow it from out there, and then they'll kind of follow it all the way in, and then they get close to the boat and they bite it. Pretty fish. Let's see how many we got in here. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Ooh, look at that one. Pitched it right on him. Oh my goodness. Let's get in here. Yes, what a hog pitching. First pitch on that. First pitch on that little, whatever that is. Hog. There we go. That's how they're supposed to bite it. Just come out there and get it. Kind of underneath us now. Oh, that one hit it. Another nice fish. Look at that one. That's what I'm talking about with that swing bite. Look at that. That jig is gone, you guys. That's a reaction bite. That fish got it. Look at that. I don't know how good y'all can see that, but that's what I'm talking about. That fish could not stand it. Still a bunch of fish there. I'm gonna pitch out past it, just let it fall right into it if the boat lets me. It's gonna drift right into this. Hopefully it made one bite just like that. I was gonna say that pitch drifted right into that tree and one came out and got it. Let this fish go. The camera died on that last fish, this one right here, so. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up. I hope y'all enjoyed that. A little different technique. It's a little tricky. It's not easy to do, I'll be honest, but if you can do it, it can get put some big fish in the boat for you. Light jig, 16th ounce, 32nd ounce if the wind allows it. Just pitch it out past that cover or rocks, whatever you're fishing, and let it just swing right back into those fish and they will fire off on it. So hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed. Comment if you have any questions down below. I'll definitely try my best to get to them. And subscribe if you haven't. That really helps me out. It really helps me out. Hit that notification bell. That way every time I post, you guys get notified. So thanks for all the support, everyone. Have a great day and hope this puts some fish in the boat for you. Thanks for watching. Well, that didn't take long. It's a good one too. Oh yeah. Nice. Good morning, y'all. Just getting out here. It's a little windier than it's supposed to be, but that's how it goes. But we're gonna get out here and try and see if we can find some fall crappie. It's October, and I want to show you how I locate and catch these crappie in October. It can be a great month, but the fish kind of start moving a little bit, so I'll kind of go over that, and hopefully we'll catch some big fish. Let's go. All right, y'all, so it's October and I'm out here. I can tell the lake is turning over by a couple reasons. We have not had any rain. This lake is like 5.5, 6 foot low, something like that. So there's absolutely no reason for this water to be stirred up. It hasn't been windy. It's a little windy today, but it's not that bad. I don't know how good you can see, but that water's got a really odd color to it. Kind of like a milky green. And then as well, on my live scope, there's a lot of clutter. Like, it's hard to see. I kind of cleaned it up, but I had my gain up to like 60, which I usually have it. It's not as bad right now, but yeah, so that clutter is just from those particles in the water changing places, going from the bottom to the top, and and the top to the bottom. So the turnover happens when it's usually October, depends on how quick it cools off, but when the top part of the water cools off enough to where it's heavier than the bottom part, which is warmer, it'll swap, because all summer long the top of the water is hot and the bottom's cool. So in the fall it just reverses, and a lot of times that kind of intimidates some people that are out looking, you know, like, oh, the lake's turning over, what do I do? So what I like to do, this right here doesn't really qualify for that. We're gonna see though. I like to get shallow in the turnover time, because though shallow water is not affected by this turnover quite as much as deeper, you know, and if you're in 10-15 foot, it's not going to have as much of a turn as it would if it's in 30 foot of water, 25 foot of water. Hope that makes sense. But so I'm going to try and get out here and focus on these shallow places. I'm going to start here and see. It looks like there's a couple fish on this, and then we'll go from there and see. All right, so I got my 8-foot B&M Russ Bailey Signature Series right here. And there is a little something right here. I'm not sure how good it's gonna show up. I actually just found this, so I don't fish this lake a whole lot. I have some history here, but I don't spend that much time on it. It's a pretty popular lake, and I try to stay away from those lakes, but we're out here today and we're gonna see if we can catch some fish. There's definitely a couple fish right here. One's coming. Got him. See what kind of fish we got here. Oh yeah, there we go. Check out that slab. That is a nice fish. Oh, that fish is warm. First one. Solid fish too. Go ahead and put him in here. Keeping 10 for my in-laws today. Well, y'all, I've been like, I don't know, 50 yards, and I've already found 3 brush piles. There's one. One hit it on the ball. Not bad. They're just being a little touchy this morning. That one hit it on the drop. Not a keeper, but he's a healthy fish. I made that fish bite, dropped it down real quick, and he thought it was gonna get away. Oh, that's a good one there. That's a good one. Oh yeah. A nice keeper there. Go. Solid eater. Had to get my 10 for my in-laws. He's legal. All right. Hey, we got him woke up a little bit now. Shallower is definitely going to be the deal, like I was saying. There's one. Little black crappie. Little black crappie. I dropped it on the bottom. Those fish are just sitting on the bottom right there. This one was. All right. That's something to take note of for sure on this right here. One hit it on the drop. Did y'all see that? Another black crappie. Pretty black crappie. Oh yeah, there we go. Decent black crappie there. He'd probably keep. He's close. I'm gonna let him go. I only need 10 for my in-laws, so there's no need to measure each one of them. Right over here. There's one. Decent one. They're mad when they come out of the water too. More so than usual. Come on, open your mouth. He's a keeper, but I'm gonna let him go. Pretty fish. What kind of helicopter is that? I'll follow it back down. Little one. He got it though. Got him. Bigger. He looked way bigger on that screen. Ouch. These guys are mad when they come out of the water. You can tell that water's cooled off. They're energetic. Alright, found another brush pile. I'm having trouble seeing it. It's in my blind spot. All of a sudden I'm having trouble with this blind spot. Because this is going to be right in my blind spot. I'm not going to be able to see nothing. See, it's right here. Man, this thing's got fish all over it. Let's see if I can drop on it before we drift. Looks covered in fish. It looks better than the other ones that I've fished. Well, that didn't take long. It's a good one too. Oh yeah. Nice. Hog right there. Ooh, my line is frayed. How'd that happen? I think zebra mussels. Yeah, zebra mussels. You guys, there's in North Texas, these zebra mussels are really bad right now. It's the second lake I've been to lately that it's good fish, that they're like cutting up my line. That usually never happens. I'm actually gonna probably end up, yeah, I probably should. No, it's alright, I'm not gonna. Alright, that's really encouraging. Those fish, there's quite a few of them here too, so we'll see. Just everywhere I go, that glare is right in front of y'all. Oh yeah. Dang it, I spooked that one. Oh, dang it. Oh yeah, there's some really good fish right here. I wish I could see the whole pile. It's like cut off because of that blind spot. But they're following it like crazy. Got that one. Another nice fish. I mean, these are all solid fish, solid fish. Just beautiful, nice keepers. I think I might already have my quota. I need to count them real quick. Let's see how many we got in here. Okay, so we got 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I need 2 more. 2 more for my in-laws. All right, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up today. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Don't let the lake turnover scare you. Fish still there, fish still gotta eat every day. Just might have to change your tactics a little bit. So again, that's why I focus on shallow water. It's less affected. And then also, you know, vertical cover, bridges, timber, things like that, where they can get comfortable when that water's switching. They can move up and down and get comfortable. Those kind of places are hard to beat. And we caught some good fish today, so definitely thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all the support. If you could, hit that thumbs up. Lets YouTube know that you're enjoying it. And leave a comment down below if you have a question. I'll definitely get to it. And then as well, if you could subscribe for me, that really helps me out. The more I grow, the more I'll be able to branch out and do different things. So definitely would appreciate that. And hit that notification bell. That way every time I post, you guys get notified. So thanks again. We'll catch you in the next one, and y'all take it easy. All right, y'all, so it's September. What are you gonna do to find crappie this month? I'll tell you what I do. What I do is a few things. I try to get away from minnows a little bit, especially toward the end of the month. And all the stuff I'm gonna say, it gets better and better as the month progresses, because typically here in Texas, we start getting more and more cool fronts towards the end of the month. And so the water cools off a little bit more, you know, as we go into the month. So September is typically a transition month for me. The beginning of the month fishes a lot like summer. The end of the month fishes a lot like fall. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna push up shallower and fish stuff a little shallower than I usually do. And we're gonna throw some hand-tied jigs and see what we can catch. So September is a great month to be out. The fish really stack up. They start to can feel the days getting shorter and can start to tell that they need to feed up because winter's coming. And it's a little cooler, still hot, but it's a little cooler, so you can get out there and definitely have a good time. So let's get up here, see if we can get on some fish right now, and I'll show you what I look for. All right, y'all, so we're gonna see if we can pick off a few fish right here. Yeah, so September can be a month of a lot of change, especially, you know, if we consider from the beginning of the month all the way to the end. But it can be some of the best fishing of the year. It can be really good. You just kind of have to know how to combat, you know, the changes and deal with the changes and adjust. All right, I'm having all sorts of troubles getting lined up on this guy. I bumped it. Just moving around too much. And you know, this month too, they'll start to get to where they're not as finicky, and you won't have to use minnows, especially toward the end of the month. You really won't have to use minnows very much, if at all. Bumped it. And it all just kind of depends on how quick it cools off. Obviously, the quicker it cools off, the better. And every year it's so different. Definitely tell these fish right here are definitely kind of not in the mood. Finally got that one. It's a good fish too. Not a bad September crappie right there. Solid fish. Today also I'm using Camo Joe's Camo's Custom Hand Ties. Y'all be sure to check him out. I'll link him down below. Great guy, makes great jigs. I mean, check that jig out right there. You can see that fish was hooked. But it's a really good fish right there. I'm gonna do a thumbnail real quick and then we'll let him go. All right, I let let that fish go, and got a thumbnail, so let's see if we can catch a couple more here. Let's see. Letting that jig go down to them. Stopping it right above them. They follow it a mile and then don't bite it. Some really good fish on here, just like the one I just caught. Almost like kind of right here too. He bumped it. And see, when that water starts cooling off, they're gonna stop doing all that. They'll just go ahead and bite it. I'm ready, because they've been pretty finicky. Following it again. This month too, they'll kind of start to transition shallower. And so what I mean by that is, instead of catching them in 25 foot, they might be in 15 to 20 foot. You know, obviously the lake varies. Every lake varies, you know, but in general, that's what's going to happen, especially toward the end of the month, when we actually start getting some consistent cool fronts and stuff like that. But so definitely don't be afraid to look a little shallower than you have been. So yeah, look shallower, and you can get away from minnows, is the name of the game. And they really won't migrate a whole lot toward the creeks in September, but they'll definitely push shallower on the lake itself. So it's funny too, usually when they come and chase it, it's usually a first time deal. They're gonna do it or they're not. Another nice fish. It's kind of usually that following deal is usually pretty quick. So solid. That's about the same size as the last one right there. But golly, you guys, these crappie are so pretty. They really are. Man, do they taste good. We'll go ahead and let this guy go. It's your lucky day, man. I was gonna keep some fish today too, but couldn't find any ice this morning, and so I just didn't feel like messing with it. And you can see we got north winds. I mean, it's not cool by any means yet, and usually the first half of September is pretty hot, but that second half it'll usually start cooling off a little bit. Sometimes you can pick off some on this. And you can see this pile right here is in 19 foot, so it's kind of in that mid-depth range, which is ideal. Okay, we're gonna make one more drop and we're gonna leave these guys alone. Can already tell they're not gonna bite, but keep hoping maybe we can pick off one more before we go. All right, so you know, September can be so good. You know, don't give up on it. Like this instance right here, we just got to move to another spot. That's part of it, but like I said, as the month goes on, this is going to get a lot better. So you just got to kind of bear with it, but we're getting there. So we're going to do just like we've been doing. We're going to hop around a little bit, see if we can find some more active fish and pick a few off. So let's see. Interesting. Got him. Nice crappie. Come on in here. That's a September crappie right there. Check that guy out. And I mean just barely skin hooked. Hog. Now that's a good fish. Thick, healthy fish. Thanks, man. Well, that was quick. I like that. Drop it down to the bottom real quick and see. Do one more pitch and then we're just gonna call it. I don't want this to be super, super long, but oh, he bumped it. Dang it. Frustrating when they do that, because to get that bite, I sure would like to capitalize on it. Got that one finally. Good black crappie too. Check that guy out. Okay, I see you, Mr. Black Crappie. Okay, come here. Let me get you. Let me get you unhooked. That's a pretty black too. Pretty black crappie right there. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up on that, you guys. So let me get this fish back and get to talking. Nice. Thanks, man. All right, you guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed how to locate and catch crappie in September. Just kind of the transition things that I noticed that I have to adjust to. Again, you know, going shallower, looking at places that might not have had fish in August, but they will in September, especially as we get toward the end of the month and it starts cooling down. You know, you can use jigs a little bit more and you can catch a few more fish off of each spot. So that really is kind of September in a nutshell. So hope y'all enjoyed and found some of these tips helpful. If y'all could subscribe if y'all haven't, hit that notification bell. That way every time I post you guys get notified. And leave a comment down below. Hit that thumbs up. YouTube really likes that. Leave a comment and I'll definitely do my best to get to it. So thanks again for all the support, you guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Y'all see that line jump on that one? I saw the line jump like I was shooting ducks. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It's actually probably already afternoon. Yeah, it's 12 something. But been out here looking around and found these fish right here. This is something I found last year, late in the year. Never, ever done this before in my life or ever found fish like this before. And it was about this time of year. And sure enough, I come and check and these guys are here again. So what this is, there's a long rocky point that comes out right here. And you can see on here too, there's just fish hugging the bottom right here. Some of these are shad, some of these are sand bass. But they're also crappie. So what it is, like I said, it's a rocky point. I mean, if you can imagine, like right here, it just slopes down. This to the right is deeper and to the left is shallower. There's just chunk rock scattered all through here. And what I've been doing is just casting out and just bumping that jig off the bottom. It's slick calm today, which really helps with this. You can really control your bait. You want to definitely stay as close to the bottom as you can. You know, touching that bottom, bumping off that bottom would really be key if you can do that. But we're gonna get up here and see if I can catch a couple fish on film for y'all. This is a really cool technique. I've done this on other lakes too. It just seems to be across the board. If you can find this, there's crappie on it right now. So let's see. All right, y'all, so I'm just using for this, I like that 7-foot Sam Super Sensitive B&M. I like that for this kind of pitching. It's almost like dock shooting in a way, really. And I'm gonna show you this if I can. It's gonna be kind of tricky to see, but all these little dots along the bottom like this, like right in here, those are crappie sitting right on the bottom, you guys. So let's see if we can catch them. So I'm just gonna cast out. It's a beautiful fall day today. It's funny though, you know, these fish are LiveScope especially is really opening door to places that we just did not know that crappie really gravitated toward. Like, I mean, I knew caught them off rock in the spring, but this is definitely a new deal for me, catching them. Oh, did y'all see that line jump? Look like a dock shooting fish. I'm using a 16th ounce jig right here, pink. This is a crappie magnet right here, nothing special. I mean, it doesn't really take much to get these fish to bite. Just got to keep this angle lined up if I can. And you can see it just slopes right down. But yeah, like I was saying, this LiveScope's really opening our eyes to or at least my eyes to places that I didn't know crappie hung out. And these right here are fish that are not gonna be, yep. Uh-oh, is that a crappie? That might not be a crappie there. Oh, it is too. Big old black crappie. Whew. Yes, that's what you like to do right there. Catch a big old black crappie. And that'll happen a lot. Look at that. Big old, that's probably a 13, 14 inch fish right there. I'll let him go. I'm just keeping track today, nothing crazy. That's 26. I've already caught a limit. I've just thrown them all back. But, and it's funny, if this lake, or if the lake you have, the lake you fish has black crappie in it, black crappie really gravitate toward this. This lake doesn't have that big of a population of black crappie. And to be honest, that's probably one of the bigger ones I've caught. And it's not a coincidence that it's on this rock. This is just where those black crappie tend to really live. They really like this kind of a deal. We'll just watch that line. When that line gets slack, stops falling. See, it's still falling. Okay, right there, it's on bottom. Just lift it up and just let it fall back. There's another one. Another good fish. And you'll catch some really nice fish doing this too. It's another hog. I mean a monster. Not a monster, but good fish. I get excited, y'all. Sorry about that. Can't help myself. It's probably a 12-inch fish though. Cannot complain at all. Same deal. Ooh, got some boat wakes coming through. Same deal, just cast it out there. I'm using 6-pound monofilament. This is Mr. Crappie, I believe. I don't like braid at all, so I don't use braid for this, but I just like how mono feels. But that's just me, personal preference. That fish was kind of in a little bit. It wasn't super far out there. Got that cast dialed in. I can see him out there. Little guy though. But he is fat. I don't know if y'all can see this guy's belly. Look, oh, stop. Look at that guy's belly right there. They are feeding up for fall. They know winter's coming, you guys. About to switch my jig out real quick. I'm trying to get a couple more fish, but go. Try and keep an accurate count today, just out of curiosity's sake. Yeah, they're there. I see them. It's just such an interesting deal. I mean, it really is. There we go. Boat's drifting on me. Super slick calm out here. I don't think I got the right cast on that one. No. They're out further. Okay. That's key too, you know, you want to definitely make sure that you're lined up as much as you can, because you can see them right there. Just letting that jig fall. 16th ounce takes a little while to get down there in 15-20 foot, but you really don't want to use a heavy jig for this. You want to kind of just let it flutter Kind of the same, you know, same principle as shooting docks. Just let it fall. Let that line go slack when it gets to the bottom. Right there, just lift it up. Y'all see that line jump on that one? I saw the line jump like I was shooting docks. Shooting docks in the middle of the lake. That's a good fish too. Another black crappie, just like I was saying. There we go. Pretty fish. That fish is legal too. Beautiful fish. We'll let him go. Thanks, man. Okay. Click him. I'm gonna actually go ahead and replace this jig real quick. Trying to see, where did I put that at? Okay, it's down here. Okay. Yeah, so these right here are what I'm using, just crappie magnet. Not sponsored or anything, but they worked. I mean, they can definitely claim that name, crappie magnet. There'll be some wakes now, but it's all good. Okay, yeah, they're still out here. These fish aren't as far out as I thought. I mean, they're probably like right in between, but I want to cast out past this cover or these chunk rock and cast out past them. That way I give that light jig time to sink down. So there's one right there. Followed it in, I guess. I was messing around with the graph. Yeah, that one I guess followed it in. Cause I mean, there might be some underneath me too. It's hard to tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell. These rocks, crappie on the bottom and rocks on the bottom, look really similar on live scope. There's one. Okay, that one followed it in a little bit. Another nice one. Oh yeah. The jig just fell right out. Another healthy, probably 11, 12-inch fish. I think that's two that I haven't clicked. So they might just be following it in a little bit. Maybe that's the cast. It's just all about that angle. I want this jig to get down there before this wake comes over here. There he is. Little guy. Little guy. He'll be there one day though. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. You know, I don't want to make this too long, but yeah, if you know rocks or rocky points like that on your lake, and especially if you have live scope, get out there and look around. I call it popcorn on the bottom. It just looks like little pieces of popcorn sitting right on the bottom, and this technique works really good for that. So definitely get out there and try it if you can. You can see it catches some nice fish. So thanks for all the support, everyone. If y'all could hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well. That way every time I post you get notified. That helps me out tremendously, you guys. I want to grow, and I can't do it without y'all. So as always, thanks for the support, and we'll catch you in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Today I'm looking around. I got another trip over here. It's a different lake than I've been fishing, so I got to put a little time in and look around. But have a pretty good idea where they're at. Just got to come confirm over here. Beautiful morning, a little breezy, but not too bad. A little hot, not too bad as well. So we're gonna scan around. I'm looking right here for these, there's some submerged timber around here, so that's what I'm kind of scanning for right now. But once I find something, we're gonna turn around and go drop on it and see what we can catch. So I'm excited. This lake's got big black crappie and should be a good day. Might have to put a little work in and take a little time, but we'll get it figured out. So stay tuned. There's some really big trees right here. And this is the key, you know, so I still have live scope and everything, but that 2D or that side imaging in 2D is still very, very important. So you definitely need both. Just because you have live scope doesn't mean that you don't need it. So all right, let's turn around on this and see what this looks like. All right, y'all, we are on a new, this is a big tree, but there's just not that many fish, y'all. I'm really not understanding why there's not more fish on this stuff. Really, honestly, pretty confused. There just is not many fish on this stuff. This is like textbook locations. Okay. Now I just got to reach in here and grab me a jig real quick. Like I said, I should have had all this done before, but we're just gonna throw this on. Color ain't important. Just like this. This is a little white and chartreuse stinger shad. We're gonna drop it over here. Let's see. And this is the 9-foot Sam Super Sensitive D&M. I think I already had one on there. Let me see. I'm gonna try and zone in on this just a hair more. There's a crap ton of fish down there, y'all. They honestly look like smaller fish. Really can't tell where I'm at either. Wonder why I can't see myself. There's one. Not a bad little crappie to start with. Little black crappie. Not bad at all, y'all. Beautiful fish. I could tell I was pretty close, but I can't really see myself that good, so. Just got bit again. bad one. Not a bad one. Fat fish. Fat, healthy fish. It's tough. I at least want to try and catch a few fish, you know. There's one. That didn't take long. Nice crappie. Black nose, black nose. That's a nice black nose. Wow, that fish is mad. Throw him in here. Tell if those are on this side or that side. Oh, there he is. Dropped it right in his mouth. Another little one. So strange. Well, y'all, sometimes it just doesn't go like you expect. I mean, just it's tough. It's tough. A lot of the stuff that I really was banking on having fish is bare. I mean, there's nothing on it. I'll be honest, y'all, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. Went to the bridge, caught a few. I mean, not like last year or anything, but caught a few. So I don't know, probably go back to the bridge here in a bit, just kind of poking around and seeing what I can find right now, but it's not looking too good, y'all. It's really not, so we'll see. Alright, y'all, so we're fishing this bridge. Get on the trolling motor real quick. I'm not seeing a lot of fish on this bridge today. Catching a few, but I don't know, something's just off in general. So we're just gonna piddle around and see what we can find, hopefully get a few fish for y'all, so let's see. This is what I'm looking for right here. Is a bunch of crappie right next to this column. I mean, a bunch of them. Now let's see if they want to bite though. That's going to be the key if they want to bite. They don't want to bite either. if I can pitch on these and get these to bite. There's one. Not a bad one. Not a bad little crappie for today. Can't complain today. Little black crappie. Seem to like it a little better pitching. There's still a whole bunch of them there. Well, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed. I know it wasn't a crazy, action video, but it's work out here on some lakes. Some lakes are doing better than others, and this lake's just not doing that great. Caught fish, but had to work for them. But that's how it goes sometimes. So I hope y'all enjoy. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you enjoy. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. There's more content like this. Creek season's coming up quick. So we're gonna be walking the creeks here real soon. Yeah, so hit that notification bell, that way you get notified every time I post a video. And if you're looking for a trip on Grapevine right now, let me know. I have days open. I have some weekdays open, and then I have basically whatever days open the first 9 days of October. So let me know. We'll get out there and catch some fish. So let me know, and we'll catch you in the next one. Y'all take it easy.